Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Shavua Tov. We are blessed to live in the most generous country in the world. I want you to think about it. The Marshall Plan, all that we do via the United Nations. When God created the world, according to the medieval Kabbalists, God created the world with chesed, with loving kindness, unbound loving kindness. And our country reflects that loving kindness. But when God created the world with that loving kindness, God created it with an intended balance of gvura. And among the sfirot, among the emanations in God's creation, there was a delicate balance that was intended of that gvura, that strength, literally strength as translated, but understood as the strength to withhold that chesed, that loving kindness, the strength that would enable us to create a delicate balance in the world so that when necessary, we'd be able to withhold that loving kindness, to maintain balance, maintain order, and to maintain a balance within ourselves, within the world about us, as required. We at Aipac, all of us, we claim and we are, all of us, representing, lobbying for, striving for the U.S.-Israel relationship. And for all of us as Jews, more than anyone else perhaps in the world, we know the consequence, ladies and gentlemen, when tyranny rules and when freedom doesn't. We've lived that history far too often over the course of the past 2,000 years. And friends, ladies and gentlemen, when we see the Palestinians under the leadership of Abbas telling the story of the disconnection between Israel and the Jewish people and our land and our history, and over the last 2 days, we see Hamas lobbing rockets at our own brothers and sisters, our children, our relatives in our own homeland. And we see Turkey taking a culture of Islam and making it a government instead. And we see Iran running a sprint toward nuclear weapons. And we see, ladies and gentlemen, an Arab Spring that's blowing as cold as winter. It's not only time for us to lobby and to strive for the Israel in the U.S.-Israel relationships. It's time for us to recognize that we need to strive and to lobby for the U.S. in the U.S.-Israel relationship, because the enemies of Israel are the enemies of our own country. Just several weeks ago, we blew the shofar. And Maimonides writes about the shofar, Uru yeshenim mishanatchem. Wake up, slumberers, from your sleep. We are the shofar in this relationship. And we must lobby and strive and speak and scream. Uru yeshenim mishanatchem. We Jews are the shofar. Wake up, slumberers, from your sleep. Wake up, America. With our message as Americans and as Jews, we must wake up our own country so that the U.S.-Israel relationship can be secure and so that the world can be secure. It is my prayer tonight that all of us can be so strong and resolute. Shavua Tov.